But you can go to the for the park to walk.
But the park was closed.
Ah, it's
They
close.
closed the park. Yes. Ya voy, ya voy. ¿Dónde está la llave?
I'm going. Okay. In English, Connie.
Sorry. My neighbor came
Don't
to
worry, it's
say that
okay.
I must. Sí, ahorita. That I must move the car. Ya
Oh,
no.
okay.
Vaya. Pues ya no.
Connie,
Mande.
Connie told me the park in her neighborhood are closed. It's closed.
It's close. Where is that at? Where is that at?
Uh, in this, I live residential that calls Jardines de la Cima Poniente. So we
Oh,
have a huge park here, but since the quarantine, they close it.
okay.
Mhm.
And you were not able to go out then?
No.
Yes, I imagine that. Yeah, most
Mhm.
of the places were closed, so that we needed to, avoid those places. Now I
Mhm.
think it's going a little by little. We're opening, right? Good.
Yes.
So yeah, we have a lot of questions to practice with, like have present perfect, right? So
Mhm.
if you look in the group, I send you some like a set of questions. Like, have you ever shot a gun? Have you ever traveled? Good. Like, what's interesting food have you eaten? Right? What's something interesting that you have eaten? Uh, could you see those questions?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we have some questions about with present perfect, or like maybe have you ever been in a dangerous situation? If you say yes, so then what happened?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have, but what happened in that situation?
Um, when I was a teenager,
A teenager, uh-huh.
uh-huh, the violence on El Salvador were like in a high level because they are robbing cars.
Okay.
So in front of my house, with my parents' house, they took us the car with a gun and they say, "You come with us, me."
Ouch.
So in the rapidly,
Hmm.
my mom were having, she were using his
She was
her
using
pocket, no
her
pocket or wallet,
purse, her
and
purse.
her purse, and she said rapidly, "Took my purse," and I were using also one, and she said, give them your purse too." And when we give them, maybe they were neighbors too and forgot the idea to took me with them.
Okay.
So we didn't found the car.
You didn't find the car.
No.
Eh,
Ouch. That was,
Complicate.
yeah, that was terrible. But thanks God they didn't take you,
Ah,
because
yes, I will
yes.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how old were you? Like
Like
15?
15?
Oh yes. Yeah. And that would have been dangerous, that was extremely dangerous, but yes. It's better to give all the things like the possessions, but life is
Yes,
is, is it's,
yes.
it is doesn't have price. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't find the car, but did you have like an insurance with the car?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My mom has.
That's the the benefit of having an insurance, so you get the money back, right?
Yes.
In this country, you need insurance. If
You
you
need,
if
yes,
you have a car, man.
yes, it's necessary, because for example, if someone is pulling you a gun and like give me your car and everything, so when you have insurance, like, okay, sure, not a problem, take it, don't worry, right, relax, take it. But the problem is when no insurance, losing a car is just not that easy, right? Because it really is so difficult to get one, and then and lose it like that is just not that easy. But anyway, we had to appreciate our life first.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
good. So what other questions? Like for example, let me see. Have you have you committed or have you done like a big mistake? Have you ever done like a big mistake? Let me not like a big mistake, like an error. For example, once I used to okay, with Tigo, I used to send like before you had like this program. I don't know if you still have it, that Tigo Money. I think you still have it, right?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
still have
Yeah.
it? All right.
Yes.
I made a big mistake this day. I used to send money to my family, like my mother, my father, right? Because I was here and there in La Union. So then we used to have this method like a Tigo money. I had Tigo and they had Tigo, so I used to send money to them. But this day, one day before, my cell phone got stolen. Right, so I was like kind of angry, and I was like stressed out because of that. So I went to Tigo and then I deposited some money to my family, but I didn't call them since I didn't have cell phone. So then the next day, I had the opportunity to talk to them, and I asked them, especially my sister, "Hey, did you go to pick up the money?" And she said, "Which money?" "The money that I sent you to through Tigo."
No, me.
And she said, "No, I haven't received any
Any
message,
money?
any message,
Uh-huh.
because normally you receive a message with the code and then you
Uh-huh.
go and collect the money." Is it really? And I knew her phone number by heart. Like I knew it like I 1 2 3.
You did a wrong number. You
I
gave
g-
a wrong
I
number.
gave a wrong number, and then immediately I went to Tigo, and then I said, "Hey, I think I made a mistake. I sent this money to the wrong number, and I want to check." And so I went to check. Yeah, it was one number incorrect. I sent it to another number, and that person cashed it out like in 5 minutes. It was like I
So
sent
you
it.
lose the money.
Of course, I lost the money. Like
Yeah.
I reacted like 1 day later, but the person cashed the money like in 5 minutes. Like in 5 minutes. Oh, I just received a message. Okay, money. I cash it out. So then I lost it, and there's no way to
No, no,
to
no. You will you could have the money back if the person doesn't do the thing.
yeah. If the person hadn't cash it out, cash out is
Uh-huh.
like cash
Yes,
out.
yes, yes.
Yeah. If the
Mhm,
person hadn't cashed it out, so then yes,
mhm,
I would have been able
mhm.
to get the money back. But the person took the money like 5 minutes, like in 5 minutes, and I said, "Man,
Mal.
this is terrible. That was a mistake." But anyway, well, probably I said, hopefully that person really needs the money, right?
Yes.
Hopefully the
No,
person really needs it.
I made I have a story too
Uh
to
huh.
tell.
Okay.
I was very young at Tigo, right, working. So I was in a position with power, but I don't have power. I was the assistant of the CEO,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was 20 years. So one day I was driving a car without placas. How do you say? Placas.
Car license.
Aha, car license. Placas, right.
Hmm.
And then uh, some police make me stop and ask the papers. And they wanted to took me my car to Changayo because I don't have
I didn't have. Uh
I
huh.
didn't have the papers in rule in correct, and
Uh
I don't
huh.
have the car license. So I say, you don't know who you are talking to, I say.
Oh.
And then I have the number of the police um, ministro.
Okay, the minister.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I call him and I say, "Hi, how are you? I'm Connie. You remember? Yes, how are you?" And I have a problem. And he said, "Yes, tell me. Some police are here. They want me to take my car." And then he said, "No problem. Please call my assistants and blah, blah, blah." And then actually, I called her. It was my friend, the assistant of him, and said, "No, no problem." And the policemen start to receive invoices in his thing and say, don't do it. Where are you? And again, and they say, "Lady, you made us put in trouble to us. So you leave. You must leave." But when I put a food in my house, I receive a call from our customer experience director. It was called Rafael Tejada. And
Uh-huh.
he says, "Connie, what did you do?" And I say, "Why?
Wow.
Why?" The person, the high of the police, wants to cancel all the lines with all the police and all everything
What?
because you call him.
You call
And
him. Okay.
uh-huh. And he says, "Connie, you must call me. You don't have to go to the top of the I mean to the top of the top. There are like in the middle we should call." And I say, "I'm sorry, I didn't thought."
I didn't think
And I
in this
uh-huh.
moment.
So I think I in that time I say, "Ime, I'm going to be fired." And like in 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, he called me back, the director, and said, "Connie, you are lucky. We convinced the guy to change his number. And please don't do it again. And they need a letter from the CEO say I'm sorry." And I say, "Okay, I'm sorry." Obviously, the CEO looked me like his daughter, and he say, "Okay, Connie, but don't do it again." And I say, "Yes, I will not." And we sent a letter to apology to this guy. So imagine what I did.
Yes. You touched like the highest level in the
Yes,
police.
and I
It
Yeah.
was the
uh-huh,
minister, and it's like a
yes,
very private phone number that you know.
exactly.
Okay.
I mean, this our CEO could call him, right? It
Yeah.
was in the same
Like level, let's say, right?
uh-huh, uh-huh. But but I called him. But I learned experience. I
Of
learned-
course.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's a difficult experience.
Experience,
Experience.
a very difficult
Experience.
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 Yes.
because I was so immature. I didn't thought that it was bad.
I didn't think.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yes.
At the time, right?
Yeah.
Now it was a huge mistake.
Yes. And we all make some mistakes like that, but everything is something that we can fix. It's like I had a car, like a sedan car, and
Mm-hmm.
my best friend, he has a pickup, a
Uh-huh.
Mitsubishi pickup. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes on the weekend we used to like exchange cars. And I told him, "Hey, can you lend me the pickup because we want to go with the family to the beach and we need a pickup?" And say, "Okay, good. Take my car and I'll take your car." So we exchange car. And
Mm-hmm.
when we exchange cars, we didn't exchange the cards, the license, the papers from the car. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was like driving, and then there was a patrol, and they stopped me, and then they asked me for my documents, and I just took my things and I gave it to them. And there was a female police, and she told me, oh, she was very tough. She told me
Because it was a lady.
it was. I think she was a lady, and she told me, "Get out of the car," but with that tone of voice. And I said,
Mhm.
"Okay, all right." So I got out of the car, and she said, "You are gonna be arrested." And I said,
Ah.
"Arrested? Why? What do you mean by that?" And she said, "Yeah, because this looks like this is a stolen car." And I said, "It's just not possible. This is my car. I bought it with my own money. What do you mean by that?" And she said, "Okay, so maybe you're not gonna be arrested, but we're gonna start an investigation. But your car will go to this place, to the, what
To
do you say,
Changayo.
Shanghai, right? Is gonna
Mhm.
be taken in a lift, in a grua." And I said, "But why, mom? I need to go. I need to go to my place. I'm going home and I'm coming from work. What do you mean by taking my car?" "Yeah, because you don't have the legal papers for this car. So you're giving me something else," she said. And she said, "Do you think I'm stupid that I cannot read, that I wouldn't realize that you're giving me the ground information?" And I said, "No, no, not at all. That's not my intention. I don't know
Mhm.
what you have." And she told me,
Mhm.
"Look, you gave me these papers for a pickup, right? And this
Mhm.
is not a pickup. You have a sedan car, and this is a pickup license. So what's going on here?" And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, that was a mistake." And I
Mhm.
explained it is because, my best friend, he has a pickup, and sometimes we exchange cars, and we forgot to exchange the license. So I do apologize. That was the mistake. But I said, "But if you want, I'm gonna call him right now." So then I called my friend, and then my friend, he gave all the description. He said, "Oh yes, I'm sorry, miss police officer, we made a mistake, and that's my license, and I have his, and I can give you the information." And he gave all the information about the car and my name and everything. And she said she didn't believe it. She said, "Nah, not anyway. Your car is gonna be taken." And I said, "But ma'am, you already got the, give me the fine.
Information.
Give me the fine," which
Mhm.
is okay, right? La multa. Give me the fine, because it was my mistake. But you cannot.
How do you say multa? How do you say multa?
Fine, fine,
Fine.
fine. It's like
Mm.
I'm fine, thank you. The same, but the context is different.
Ah. Ajá.
Fine. And then I said, "I gave you the information." Oh, she said, "If you want to go in your car, so call your friend to come here." And I was here in Bailopango, and he is in La Union, so it was difficult.
Dios mío.
And I told him, "He's in La Union, ma'am. How is that possible?" And then I was talking with her, and she was like calling the lift, and she was like very angry.
No.
But then the other guy, he was very calm, and he said, "Nah, you know what? Take it, go home," he said, "and but make sure next time that you have the right information." And I said, "Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This was a mistake." But the guy was very nice, but the girl was very
Yes.
tough.
Yes.
Hmm.
Police women
Yes,
are
very
the
tough.
baddest.
Yes, the worst. Remember, the worst.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Worst.
the worst. All right, good. I'll let you, let me visit the other people, right? Continue. We have
Okay.
some other questions. All right, thank you.
Bridge. Let's
Hello?
see name.
Teacher, do you remember how it calls that things when you jump to a very high place
In a bridge.
and you're in a bridge and you just type a title from left?
From your legs, bungee jumping?
Jump,
Bungee jump.
bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No,
No,
I
that is something that we would like to do. Marcela was saying that.
I tell him Salvador that I would like to do that once in my life.
Ouch. Yeah, you really need guts to do that. You need to have courage, and you need to be brave to do that. It's, imagine that when you go to the high, and you know that you're gonna jump that high, so the adrenaline is very
Have you
extreme.
done that, teacher?
No, I haven't. The only thing that I have done is like a canopy.
Canopy,
That's
yeah.
really nice.
It's
And
really nice.
Marcela was telling about the like a columpio,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but it's a big cable. She
It's a
said that
big
she did that
cable, right?
in
uh
Guatemala. She said.
okay, there's one here in Furesa, here by going to Sonsonate. I think it's
Hmm.
Tikisaya. I don't know the place, to be honest. I don't remember. But the zoo, and
Yeah,
there's a canopy that is very high. There's a part that is very high. The adrenaline must be different. Yes, but
really.
Mm.
it's really interesting. But this bungee jumping, it's something very extreme to do. Uh,
Yeah.
I had a coworker, and she looked like a very. She was very sweet. She was very calm. She was like very relaxed all the time. Like she didn't look like this kind of brave person. And sometimes we were talking, and she said, "Yeah, and my hobbies, I like to do some string sport." And she didn't look like.
Okay.
And I said, "Really? What kind of string sports do you practice?" And she said, "Well, I practice bungee jumping." I said, "Really? Do
Ooh,
you do you really do that?" And she said, "Yes, I do it every
In
weekend."
your dreams, you said.
And I said,
what every weekend?
and she said, "We try to do it with my boyfriend every weekend or every 2 weeks. We go and practice bungee jumping. I really love it." She said. And I said, I was not convinced. And I said, "Is that for real, or are you just pulling my leg?" And then she said, "No, it's true. Would you like to see?" And then she showed me a videos, well, a lot of videos
Wow,
that she was jumping, and and it was true. And it was true.
wow.
She was doing this like very often, and she was like very excited doing it. She was like screaming, "Okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it." And she was like not hesitating to do it.
She was
Uh,
converting another person.
yeah, that was she
You're
was.
totally different.
Yeah,
She looked
uh,
like never. I,
yeah. She looked like, yeah, like she looked like nerd. She was the like in
The sweetie girl.
the sweet, very sweet, very very calm,
quiet.
very relaxed. She didn't look like at all. But then when she showed like the videos, like she was doing it, and the
Wow.
boyfriend didn't do it, right? She said, "No, my
Really?
boyfriend doesn't like it, but I like it." Imagine that. And then and of
So
course
let's get married and put me in
In
your
a jump.
testament. She said. He said.
yeah,
Maybe.
and the testament, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised, like, wow, yeah, now I believe you now. I said, I
But,
believe you. Personally, I said I will really think it twice to do it, but I would like to, but I will have to think many times, I
I
think.
think the first time is the most
Difficult part.
horrible time. The
Yeah.
second time you get accustomed. The third time you feel like afraid, but
Afraid.
you
Mhm.
know that you won't die.
oh, I don't know, man. You
Mm,
never know.
you never know, right? There.
But
That's
if
extreme.
in your mind say if nothing bad happens the first
Yeah.
time and the second time, the third one is like I'll be okay.
Ah, yeah. I think it's very it's a little bit secure, right? So they to practice this, it's not very common to have this kind of mistakes. But sometimes, like last time, I don't know if you read this, the like news, like a girl, I forgot, but it was here in El Salvador that she was practicing like a canopy. She
Mhm.
was practicing canopy, but it was raining at the same time.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it was raining, and she was practicing. They were practicing this sport canopy. So when she started, she got a very high speed. She was going very
Wow.
fast because of the cable was very
Hmm.
slippery like liso
Yeah.
because of the rain. So she couldn't stop. And normally this cable goes to a big, maybe tree or a post or something. So she crashed with the tree,
uh
Wow.
and she died in the moment.
Wow.
Imagine.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
she died.
Even when you cannot stop, you stop, but when you, it is difficult to stop
It
sometimes.
is difficult to stop
And
sometimes.
you get like mecerse.
Like
Get,
you're clinging,
yeah, yeah.
Clinton.
cling,
Uh-huh.
cling, mecerse.
Hmm.
So yes, but imagine that was in its canopies. Is not that it is a stream, but it's different.
For bungee jump, I have seen people I mean in news or
And yeah,
in videos that people that fell to the cable is not enough to it's not was not measure good
Mhm.
measure, and
Yes.
then people fell to the river in that case. And there are some others that get enrollado. How do you say that?
They get enrolled.
Yeah, in the neck.
Oh, that's
Yeah, those are the like the uh, dangerous. No,
dangerous.
no, but it's the
The most dangerous part.
yeah. No, I mean it's not the mistake. Like I when a car crash. What do you say?
Accident.
No, accident. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yes, there are always accidents, right? But yeah, but
No,
must be
but
very
don't say
interesting.
that to Marcela because she wants to do that.
Don't do it, do it. Adrenaline, the adrenaline, right? Do it. Yes.
I will do it once in my life.
Oh, parachuting is must be interesting. Parachuting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like to see people doing that.
Hmm.
And the other one that they have like alas
Wings. Oh
wings.
yes.
Actually, it's like the name is like that, like wing
Windsurf,
something.
I think is the name.
Yeah.
When
Ooh.
you do
Think
windsurf,
so.
Mhm.
that's like when you jump and from a high
Then stop.
point, right? And then you have like a kind of wings and you're flying. You can imagine that adrenaline feeling that you can fly like a bird.
That would be nice.
But you need to have a lot of training. You need to know, a lot of tests like a pressure tests and
Yeah.
hard tests because the adrenaline is different. Yes.
And maybe you need to practice sure
You
the
need practice
some
for that.
other sports like that before doing that because
Yeah. But
you
but
need
if
many skills. I mean.
you need to have skills, you need to have a good body condition. You
Mhm.
need to have a good condition because it requires a lot of concentration, a lot of skills, and and you need to control yourself. But if you want to, go for it. All right.
Marcela will.
Good, Marcela. Well, yeah, we're gonna just record. We're gonna
Yeah,
watch
we are
only,
like the boyfriend from.
like the boyfriend from this guy, from
Yeah,
this
yeah,
girl. Right? And I
yeah.
asked her, "Hey, how about your boyfriend? Does he jump?" No, he doesn't like it.
Just record.
He just records. Yes,
He's good speaker.
yeah, but that was really interesting, and she didn't look like at all. But yeah, you never
I
know, right?
could
Some
imagine
people
that.
will
Yeah.
surprise you. Yes.
Funny.
All right. Good. Let me visit the other one. Okay. Well, we're almost done basically.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.